Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gallagher Park, home of Pinehill Baseball, the 2018 City Series champions. We're now in the 2019 tournament. Pinehill is still alive. This is the final two losers. We started out with 5 teams, we're down to 3. Sitting in the wings is East Lynn, waiting to play the winner of this game for all the marbles. The winner of this game would have to beat East Lynn twice. Kyle Donnie, the catcher, is the hitter. The Donnie family have been outstanding offensively for Wyoma through the tournament. Hit to second. Making the play is Riley Driscoll over to Anthony Steele. So 1 up, 1 down in the top of the first. Ben Patrick, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Hit to his right field. In for a base hit by the outfielder. Patrick around first. In with a stand-up double. So the first hit goes to Ben Patrick and Wyoma. And here's Josh Donnie. They haven't got him out very much. Wyoma was unfortunate. He was pitching a great game. He reached the pitch count, had to come out against East Lynn. And they couldn't hold on. They were leading 2-0 going to the bottom of the 6th. And East Lynn got 3 big runs and won the game 3-2. Popped up. Shortstop Amaral will make the play. So they get a good hitter out with a runner in scoring position. Dylan DiFilippo, who will be the pitcher today, is the hitter. Down and away for a ball. Wyoma in both those games have got out on top, and most of the time it's been a bunt by David Palmer, knocking in a couple of runs in both games. Down and away for a ball. David Perez is the pitcher for Pinehill. I should have mentioned that before. Hit foul. Goes out of play. And we got our first deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a runner at base number 2, second base. Ben Patrick with that double. DiFilippo's the pitcher. He can help himself here with a base hit. Hit to short. Another nice play by Amaral, who was the winning pitcher yesterday to get Pinehill into this game. And a nice stretch at first base by Anthony Seals, who's played all over the place for Pinehill. Shortstop, pitcher, now first base. So the double by Patrick goes by the boards as he's left at second base. And Pinehill has a chance to get on the board first. For Pinehill, it'll be the shortstop who made those 2 nice plays. Ryan Amaral will lead off, catching and batting second. Jaden Driscoll. Anthony Seals, the first baseman, bats third. In the cleanup spot is the left fielder, Dylan Barrett. Playing center field and batting 5th, Elijah Moran. The third baseman, Jake Gilbert, hits number 6. Batting 7th and pitching is David Perez. The right fielder, Frank Milithio, will hit number 8. And the other half of the Driscoll family, Riley, will play second base and bat 9th. Wyoma has 1 sub, Kevin Cale. Pinehill has 2, Easy Pierre Saint and Shea Paul. I didn't do it, but I'll do it now. The lineup for Wyoma. Kyle Donnie, the catcher, leads off. Ben Patrick, the second baseman, bats second. Batting third, playing first base, Josh Donnie. The pitcher, Dylan DiFilippo, hits number 4. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Devin Duvall. The third baseman, David Palmer, hits number 6. Batting seventh and playing right field, Jake Desmond. The center fielder, Colin Newhall, will hit number 8. And playing left field, Sam Phelps in the number 9 spot. So we mentioned we started out with 5 teams. At one time there were 7. Central Little League, and there were 2 Westland teams. Westland gave up their charter, as did Central Little League, and it dropped down to 5. We started the tournament with 5. Westland and Lynn Shore have been eliminated, so we're down to 3. We'll be down to 2. And the one sitting in the driver's seat is East Lynn, because they play the next game tomorrow. And if they win, they're champions. If they lose, they have to play another game because they have to beat East Lynn twice. Ryan Emerald pitched an outstanding game last night, striking out 13, giving up only 1 run. That was in the very first inning on the first 2 pitches. Popped up, long run, couldn't hang on. He actually hit the third baseman, David Palmer, in the foot. Two strikes to the Pinehill shortstop. Swinging and a miss, he chased the high pitch. Jaden Driscoll, the catcher, will be the hitter. In first strike. We mentioned before, we'll do it again. Ryan DiFilippo on the mound for Wyoma. Swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes. Hit up the middle in the center field for a base hit. So both the number 2 hitters for each team gets a base hit. Driscoll with the single. Patrick had that double for Wyoma, got left at second base. Anthony Seals, the first baseman, will be the hitter. We mentioned he's played every place. He gets the bunt down. They got the runner hooked up, and they can't get him. He get back to second base. He was off again, and almost got out again. Driscoll running. They had him hooked up. Kyle Donnie with a great play coming from behind the plate, fielding the bunt and throwing Seals out. Seals will get credit for a sacrifice with the bunt, but a great play by Kyle Donnie throwing him out. So as Wyoma did, Pinehill does, a runner at second base with 2 outs. Although they had the runner at second with 1 out. Wide for a ball. Driscoll was almost out twice. He went more than halfway to third base. They faked like they were going to throw behind him. Then they were going to throw to third. They threw it to third. He got back to second. They still had him out, but they couldn't hold on to the throw. And he got back to second base safely. 1-2 the count to Dylan Barrett, the left fielder. Hit foul past third base. One, two, the count. The 1-2 pitch. Low, and we got deuces wild. Again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at base number 2, second base, like we did in the top of the first. Just got a piece and stays alive, fouling it to the backstop. High for a ball. So the count goes full, 3-2. Swing and a miss. He gets him for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts and that very nice defensive play by the catcher, Caldoni. Leaves Driscoll at second base. Both teams get a runner as far as second. Both teams leave him there. And we're right back where we started. Dead even. Pinehill nothing, Wyoma nothing at the end of 1. 5, 6, and 7 for Wyoma as we start the second inning. Kevin Duvall, the shortstop, is the hitter. Wyoma's moved a few people around positions. Duvall was the center fielder. Phelps was the shortstop, and Phelps is now playing left field, and Duvall is the shortstop. And Newhall was the right fielder. He's now the center fielder. Low for a ball, 1-1. Hit, knocked down by the second baseman. Nice try. They throw the ball away, and he'll go to second base. So the ball gets an infield hit. Riley Driscoll made a great play going over to his left, got to it, knocked it down before it went into right field. Really didn't have a play, but tried to make one, and he threw the ball away at first base, and that allowed Duvall to go to second. So for the second inning in a row, Wyoma has a runner at second, this time with nobody out. David Palmer loves to bunt. Over his head, he dropped the bat. Saw his life pass before him with that pitch. Flat out on the ground, dropping the bat. 2-0 the count. And he drops down again, way inside, 3 pitches. On 4 pitches, Palmer draws a walk. First walk given up by either pitcher. Jake Desmond, the right fielder. Let's see if they play small ball here. In for a strike. Didn't show bunt. Over his head, off the catcher's glove, way inside. The runners move up. So Wyoma 60 feet away from getting on the board first here in the top of the second inning. Second and third with nobody out. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Desmond would love a base hit, but he wants to put the ball in play to get that run in. Call third strike. That's a big out. First strikeout for Perez comes at a big time. Colin Newhall. The hitter. Nice stop by the catcher Driscoll. Keeps the runners at second and third. Down and in for ball two. The 2-0 pitch up and coming. In for a strike. Hit the first base. They called him out for going out of the base path. He missed the tag. The runner from third couldn't go. The ball hit very slowly up the first base line. So now there's 2 outs with second and third. They leave it all up to Sam Phelps. He's got some pretty good athletic genes coming from the Abernathy Phelps family. In for a strike. So a hit, an error, a walk, and a wild pitch put runners in second and third with nobody out. Hit up the middle for a base hit. They throw it away, and the error's going to allow the run to score. Sam Phelps comes up with a very big 2-out hit. So he gets 1 RBI. They held the runner at third, but then the error allowed the runner to score. So 2 errors have hurt Pinehill as Wyoma's grabbed a 2-0 lead. They look like they might be out of it, getting 2 outs after second and third, nobody out. But Phelps comes up with a big 2-out hit. Kyle Dawney bounced out second to first, leading off the ball game. Hit in the air to left center field, over everybody's head. Extra bases for Dawney. He's in with a stand-up double. Little 2-out lightning, helped out by a couple of errors. After Phelps knocking in 1, he scores 1. And Wyoma's opened up a 3-0 lead. Ben Patrick got a double his first time up. Hits the ball back to the mound. Perez makes the play over the Seals, but a little too late. The damage was done. 2 big errors in the inning. A big 2-out hit by Sam Phelps. Wyoma jumps on the board, getting 3. And they put Pinehill in a hole here. Three hits in the inning. The big one by Phelps with 2 outs, knocking in a run. And then the big one by Kyle Dawney. He's come to life. He didn't hit the first game they played. Certainly hit the second one, getting 3 base hits. It was Josh Dawney in the first game. So Perez doubled his pitch count. He had 10 in the first inning. He got 20 in that inning. So 8 hitters went to the plate. 3 of them scored. The walk hurt because the walk scored. So Perez got that strikeout and the ground out to first. Looked like he might get out of the inning. But then Phelps made him pay with a base hit. And then Cal Donnie, got the big double to left center field. And all of a sudden, it's 3-0 Wyoma. Wyoma trying to get another shot at East Lynn. As we mentioned before, they'd have to beat them twice, but they'd like to get another shot at them because East Lynn knocked them off and put them in the loser's bracket. For Pinehill, it will be 5, 6, and 7. Elijah Moran, Jake Gilbert, David Perez. To face Dylan DiFilippo, who will pitch for the first time with a lead. This is the 2019 City Series tournament. This is not the All-Stars. These are the individual teams who won their league. They've already had championships. They've already been crowned champions of their league. And they're representing their league in this Lynn City tournament. And this is probably one of the biggest tournaments these kids will play in, maybe in their life. You don't get to play too many for championships. You have to be very good and you have to be very lucky. They've already annexed one with the league championship. Swing and a miss by Elijah Moran, the center fielder. Chased the high pitch. Two quick strikes. Down and away for a ball. 1-2 the count. High for a ball. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for DiFilippo. Jake Gilbert, the third baseman, is the hitter. Tries the bunt and misses it. Two quick strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 3 straight strikeouts. 1 to end the first, 2 to start the second.
Now batting, number 14, David Perez.
David Perez, the pitcher, will be the hitter. That one bounced the home plate off the umpire. Hit foul off the backstop. The count evens at 1. Waved at that pitch. You need a golf club for that one. Tiefel got some help on that pitch. The 1-2 pitch. Lined in the center field for a base hit. He got all of that one. Line shot by Perez extends the inning. We got a runner at first base. They're almost batting out of order. Riley Driscoll is up swinging the bat. He's not up yet. In for a strike.
Now batting for Pinehill, number 16,
Frankie
Frankie Militello.
Militello, the right fielder, is the hitter. Squared like he's going to bunt. Took the pitch for a strike, 0-2. Out at second base. Nice throw by Donnie. The pinch runner is thrown out. Nice tag by the shortstop, Duvall. So they get a base hit, but he only faces 3.
Through 15 pitches for a total of 30. 3-0.
Virtually matches the first inning. A hit, 2 strikeouts. We've completed 2 in this 2019 City Series. Wyoma with the big second inning, leading Pinehill 3-0. Josh Donnie, the first hitter in the third inning for Wyoma. He popped to the shortstop his 1 trip. Down and away for a ball.
Josh Tony.
Missing for ball 2. Popped in the air. It's going to go over the shortstop's head for a base hit. Just far enough where the shortstop couldn't get it and the center fielder couldn't get to it. So Wyoma has a hit starting the third inning. The pitcher, Dylan DiFilippo, grounded a shot, his 1 trip. Nice stop by the catcher, Driscoll. That was going to the backstop. Solid shot at the center field for a base hit. So back-to-back hit starts the third inning for Wyoma. Devin Duval, the shortstop, he got a base hit, started that 3-run uprising, scored the first run. Riley Driscoll almost took the hit away, was going to right field. He knocked it down, almost made a great play. Down and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Wyoma's friend, they got a runner at second with one out in the first. Popped in the air. Infield fly as Driscoll makes the play at second base. They had a runner at second with one out in the first, couldn't get him in. They wound up with 3 hits, but Pinehill helped them with a couple of big errors, and they wound up scoring 3. And now they get 2 base hits to lead the inning off. And let's see if Palmer tries to bunt. He's been bunting through the whole tournament. He tried to bunt and missed it. He walked his one trip and scored one of the 3 runs. Bunts it foul. 0-2 the count. Tries to bunt again. That'll be a strikeout. So 2 away. Jake Desmond was called out on strikes his one trip. Missing wide for a ball. That one goes to the backstop. That'll move the runners up. So second and third with 2 outs. They had second and third with 2 outs in the second, and Sam Phelps got that big 2-out hit, followed by Donnie's double. And they got 3 with the help of the errors to go along with the hits. Two-0 the count to the Wyoma right fielder. Fishing down and in for a ball, 3-0. In for a strike. 3-1 the count. It's threatened all day. This place holds water very well. It clears up very quickly, and the crew did a nice job. It rained all last night into this morning. You'd never know it. The weather is turning around. Skies are getting blue again. The weather's getting better. And all the people working on the fields did a tremendous job getting it ready. High and tight for ball 4. So the inning gets extended with the walk. Second walk given up by Perez. And we'll bring up Colin Newhall. He bounced to the first baseman his one trip. Popped into center field for a base hit right over the glove of the second baseman. Hustling around and scoring. They didn't get the ball back very quickly. Both runners able to score. DiFilippo was almost going to be held up at third, but then they realized they weren't getting the ball back quickly. And he ran, and Newhall gets a big 2 RBI hit. Wyoma comes up yet again with a big 2-out hit, 2-out lightning again. Desmond wins at second. Newhall at first. Can Sam Phelps do it again? 2 outs and 2 on. He got a big base hit. 1 run scored on the hit. And when they bobble the ball, the second runner scored as well. Hit slowly to third. It's a fair ball. It's a base hit. And it loads the bases. It's a line drive in the box score. The bases are loaded for Kyle Dorney, who's grounded second and hit a rope into left center field for a double and an RBI. So the bases are loaded. All this coming with 2 outs. Again, it looked like they might get out of it in the second inning. They had a hit and a walk and an error. A wild pitch, second and third. They got the next 2 outs. Looked like they might get out of it. And then all of a sudden, Phelps got the big 2-out hit. And then Dorney followed with a double. And they had 3 runs. Now they get 2 hits to start the inning. A wild pitch moved them up. A pop-up and a strikeout looked like they might get out of the inning. But then the dreaded walk extended the inning. And Newhall made them pay with a single just over the infield, knocking in 2. And now Phelps hits a running bunt down the third base line to fill the bases. Anthony Seals is coming in to pitch. And Perez is going to go to first base. Hal Dorney will be the hitter. Wyoma's put 5 on the board. And they've got the bases loaded and 2 outs and the top of the order up. Again, the winner of this one will take on East Lynn and have to beat them twice to be 2019 champions. Pinehill is the defending champion. They're going to have to, they got a huge hole to dig themselves out of to try and win it back to back. Seals will try to stop the bleeding. Hit right back to Seals, and he picks it. That's a shot going into center field. A base hit, probably 2 runs. And Seals just said, flip, if I put my glove right about there. He picked it, made a great defensive play. Takes a hit and a couple of RBI away from Kyle Dorney. And who knows how big that inning would have been without it. But he comes in and gets the job done. Wyoma sends 9 to the plate. They add 2 more. 3 hits in the inning. The big one, a 2-out hit by Newhall, knocking in the 2 runs. So Perez's day is done. He goes 2 2/3. He's credited with all 5 runs, and they're earned. Gave up 7 hits. Walked 2. Struck out 2. Two errors in the second inning hurt him for runs. So now DiFilippo says thank you to his team and himself. He got a hit and scored a run in that inning, but says thank you because now he'll start another inning with a little bigger lead. He started the second inning with a 3-0 lead. Now he starts the third inning with a 5-0 lead. And it will be 8-9-1. Frankly, Militello was the hitter when Caldoni made the very nice throw down to second base. He matched his brother Josh, in the first game. They flipped around the first two games. First game it was Caldoni on the mound, Josh Donnie behind the plate, and Josh threw out a runner at second base trying to steal. They flipped around the next time. It was Josh on the mound and Kyle behind the plate. Kyle was still behind the plate, and he threw the runner out, ending the second inning. So Militello, who was up, will be up again, leading off the third inning. Tries the bunt and misses it. You look up at the board, you see the pitch count, you see Seal with one pitch, and that one pitch was a solid shot back to the mound that he picked. Made a terrific defensive play. Ended the inning. DiFilippo starting his third inning of work. Pitch is high for a ball, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2. Wide for a ball. The count goes full. Riley Driscoll, the second baseman, is on deck. He hit him on the back. Actually, it'll be a walk, ball 4. And he's down hard. Hit him right in the middle of the number 16 on his back. I felt that one all the way out here in the outfield. He's getting up. Says he's okay. And he's going to make it down to first base, getting a round of applause from the fans that are here. So with the count 3-2, I guess if you're going to walk him, better to walk him than nail him in the back. Riley Driscoll will be the hitter with the top of the order on deck. The difference, Riley Driscoll's up for the first time. He's the number 9 hitter. The number 9 hitter for Wyoma has been up twice. The number 1 hitter has been up 3 times. They're going to have a runner at first base. Swing and a miss. Moran is the runner at first base. I don't know if they put one of the subs in center field. I didn't see that. They don't announce the subs. Swing and a miss again. 0-2. Low for a ball. High and tight for a ball. 2-2. bounces it to home plate. So he was ahead of Driscoll, and now he's going to come in with a pitch and put him on. The payoff pitch up and coming. Waves at it for strike 3. Now they're calling it a foul ball. Got a piece. Stays alive. Hit foul. Driscoll hanging around. Good at bat. He was behind on the count. Ran it full. Fouled off a couple of pitches. Hit foul again. He's doing a good job up there. As the sun pops out again here at Gallagher Park. That's a good at bat by Driscoll. He draws a walk. Back-to-back walks. Gives Pinehill 2 on with nobody out. Brings a trip out to the mound. And the top of the order for Pinehill. Ryan Amaral struck out, leading off at the bottom of the first inning. Up for the second time. We mentioned he was the winning pitcher last night. He pitched a great game. Hit in the air behind first base. Donnie goes back. Nice job by the first baseman, backtracking and picking off that pop-up. Not an easy play. Hard to tell from way out here whether he was in fair territory or not. I didn't hear the umpire say infield fly, so it must have been foul. Down the way for a ball. Jaden Driscoll, the catcher, got a base hit back in the first inning. Missing inside. No, I guess they call it a strike because the board says 1-1. Line off the shortstop's glove. That would have been a double play. He was going to catch it, step on second base, and it was off the glove. Driscoll gets a base hit and an RBI. Pinehill gets on the board. Anthony Shields bunted. I think he was looking for a hit. It wound up being a sacrifice because he moved Driscoll over to second base in the first inning. So officially he hasn't been up. So Pinehill gets on the board. They got first and second with 1 out. In for a strike. 2 walks short, as they usually do. But especially if they're back-to-back. Low for a ball. 2-1 the count. Missing again. He's run his pitch count up in this inning. Hit into left field for a base hit. They're scoring the run. Seals with a big base hit and an RBI. And they still have 2 on with 1 out for Dylan Barrett. 2018 City Series champs are not going down easy. Hit the second. They get 1. They don't get 2. Hustling around, now hooked up. And they throw it back. And he's safe at the plate. Seals went around, looked like he could have scored easily. And he held up between third and home.
I can't see that. Yeah. Rosie and Mr. George, huh? All you have to do is care about you in my house. You look like you.
He already looks like him.
Hustling all the way to third was Barrett. So it's 5-3, and wouldn't they love to get this runner home from third? In for strike 0-2. Low for a ball. Nice stop by Donnie on a pitch in the dirt. Keeping that runner at third. Great hustle by Barrett. Went all the way to third as they try to run Seals down. They kept giving a lot of room. Base hit by everybody. Pinehill making a big comeback. Now he's going to take off. He's stuck. They drop it, and he's safe at third. So the error allowed him to get to third, and all of a sudden the tying runners at third base for Pinehill. They were losing 5-0. That was Izzy Pierre Saint getting that hit. They get the bunt down. Safe at first base. Wyoma thought they had him. So it's a base hit by Gilbert with an RBI, and all of a sudden we got a tie game. A 5-run inning for Pinehill. Wyoma knows what this is like. They were leading 2-0 going to the bottom of the 6th. Eastland scored 3 and knocked them into the losers bracket. Now they were breezing here. DiFilippo was moving along. He only gave up 2 base hits through 2 innings. Pitch count was low. All of a sudden his pitch count is high. And this is the 9th hitter in the inning. Swing and a miss by Perez. So the bunt hit by Gilbert. Wyoma thought they had him. Josh Donnie made a nice pick of the throw at first base. The umpire called him safe.
5-5.
High for a ball. One of the problems for the umpires in this tournament is they've only brought 1 umpire. I don't know why.
Most of the plays looked like it was called out, but what?
1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 call. They get out of it, but not before Eastland sends 9 to the plate and score a big 5 runs. Well, we started the game dead even. We played 3 innings, and somehow we've arrived at dead even. Pinehill 5, Wyoma 5 at the end of 3. Ben Patrick, the second baseman, will lead it off. He has doubled and bounced to the pitcher. Seals will start an inning for the first time. He came in through 1 pitch and took a base hit. At least 1 or 2 RBI away from Kyle Donnie. So David Perez is off the hook. He was going to take the loss, down 5-0, moving over to first base. Now, pitcher of record is Anthony Seals on the mound in a 5-5 game. High for ball 3. Patrick has doubled and bounced to the pitcher, as I mentioned. Looking to go on base. Wyoming needs some base runners. In for a strike, as you imagine, taking all the way. He might be taken again here. Get the green light, fouled it off, and the count goes full, 3-2. Hit foul again. Wide for ball 4. Patrick works a walk. Third walk given up by Pinehill pitching, first by Seals. Josh Donnie has popped up, singled, and scored. That one hits the backstop on the fly. Patrick winds up at second base. Well, we're trying to get the lead back. They led 5-0 going to the bottom of the third. Pinehill struck for 5. Nice catch by the fan over there. Chased that pitch. That was way up and out of the strike zone. Went the other way with it. Hit it over the fence. And missed it again. Fouled it back. Way up. Nice job by Driscoll. Go get that one. That was going to go to the backstop. Swing and a miss. He chased the high pitch. That's a big out. Dylan DeFilippo grounded a shot and singled. He's got a chance to help himself, the pitcher against pitcher, with a runner in scoring position in a tie game. Chased the pitch. It was way over his head. Boy, they love that high pitch. Down and away for a ball. Through this tournament, more often than not, they would take the pitch right down the middle and swing the pitch that was over their heads. Hit in the right field for a base hit. The runner didn't go right away. I don't know if he thought the second baseman might make a play. DeFilippo has got a base hit. Wyoma has the go-ahead run at third. First and third with one out. Devin Duvall's got a base hit, and he popped to second his last time up. He singled and scored in that three-run inning, second inning. Started to pull the trigger, held up, and it was high for a ball. Goes to the backstop, but not far enough for anybody to go from third, but the runner at second can go. Takes away the potential ground ball double play. Second and third now. It's been second and third for Wyoma for the last 3 innings. They took advantage in the second and third. Tries the bunt and fouls it off. Two on the count. And it hit him. So the bases are loaded again for David Palmer. The first 2 games in the tournament for Wyoma, with Palmer at bat, he bunted, knocking runs in. Discussion is over. Seal stays in the game. And let's see what they do with David Palmer. Down and in for a ball. He walked and scored. Last time up he struck out trying to bunt. Oh, he bunted the third strike for a strikeout. Foul. Missing for ball 2. Under that one is 3-0. So on the verge of walking in a run. A walk, a hit, and a hit batsman have loaded the bases. Swing and a miss. I don't know if he hit. I don't know if Mickey Mantle would have the green light on 3-0. But David Palmer swing and missing at 3-0. And that's ball 4. He gets an RBI. His second walk. Walking home is Ben Patrick with the go-ahead run. The bases are still loaded for Jake Desmond, who was struck out and walked. Chased that high pitch. After walking the batter, he goes after the pitch out of the strike zone. Two quick strikes. Past the catcher, nobody going anywhere.
Now batting for Wyoma, number 7, Jake Desmond.
High and tight for a ball. This is Kevin Cale hitting for Desmond. It must have hit him because that wasn't ball 4. Second hit batsman. And that's an RBI. So Wyoma was just walking around the bases. Missing down and in for a ball. Colin Newell bounced it up first baseman, but then they got a big 2-out hit, knocking in 2 runs in that 3rd inning that made it 5-0. In for strike 1-1. Missed that one for strike 2. They bat 8 in the second, 9 in the third. They batted 7 in this inning. Ducks under that pitch. Has 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stroked into center field for a base hit. Safe at the plate, they get 2 runs. Newhall does it again. For RBI. Sam Phelps is 2 for 2. He got a big 2-out hit in the second inning that knocked in the first run. And then he got a base hit to extend the inning in the third. Down and away for a ball. He's the 8th hitter in the inning. So I mentioned 8 in the second, 9 in the third, 8 in the third, and now 8 more. So they've had 24 hitters in 3 innings. Missed inside for a ball. Top of the order, Kyle Dorney on deck. That one bounces. Nobody going anywhere. Swing and a miss, and the count goes full. Hit to third, bobbled. They tagged the runner. He was going to make the play. Gilbert knew what to do. He was going to field the ground ball and go tag the bag, but he bobbled it, so he tagged the runner coming.
Now batting, number 4, Kyle Downey.
2 away. Kyle Dorney is the hitter. He grounded out, doubled, and hit a rocket going up the middle for a base hit. And Seals, who came on in relief, picked it, threw him out at first base. So he's 1 for 3. Could very easily have been 2 for 3. He's got an RBI with that double. And he's throwing the runner out at second base, trying to steal. Hit in the air to right field. Nice job by the right fielder. So they send 9 to the plate. I think that was Shea Paul that made the play in the outfield.
42 pitches for a total of 40.
And it was. He made the nice play.
If anybody has left a pair of keys in the restroom, I have them up here.
So Wyoma saw that 5-run cushion taken away with a 5-run inning by Pinehill in the third, but they come right back and they put 4 on the board.
Come on, Pinehill!
Oh, they have got a white tag on it. It has
They do with only 2 base hits.
Flush your keys in the restroom. I have them up here. $50, you can have them now.
A walk and 2 hit batsmen.
Aiden, you want this?
And it's down 9-5 in favor of Wyoma. Two walks and 2 hit batsmen. And Newhall did it again with a big 2 RBI single. A walk and a hit batsman with the bases loaded accounted for the other runs. So Pinehill once again has to come from behind. And Shea Paul made that nice catch out in right field. He'll lead off. We're in the 4th inning. DiFilippo only has 20 pitches left. Actually 19. So he's not going to finish. He'll have to dip into their pitching staff.
Now batting for Pinehill, number 9, Shea Paul.
Shea Paul will lead it off in the 4th. Tries to bunt and fouls it off. We've had long innings. 27 hitters. They batted around twice. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th innings, Wyoma. Tries to bunt and fouls it off again. And then Pinehill batted 9 in the 3rd inning. Falls down swinging and missing at that pitch.
Now batting number 21, Riley Driscoll.
Riley Driscoll has walked and scored. Hit the shot. Nice play by the shortstop Duval. No wasted motion. He got it and got rid of it quick. 2 quick outs in the 4th. Top of the order, Ryan Amaralt has struck out and popped to the first baseman. Low for a ball. Bounce that one in. It's 2-0. In for a strike. 2-1. High and tight, 3-1. And that's ball 4. So Hammerall draws a 2-out walk to extend the inning.
Now batting, number 3, Jaden Driscoll.
Missing for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. Lined into center field for a base hit. Hustling over to third and now hustling into second. Emerald goes to third. Driscoll gets his third base hit. And on the throw to third, he gets to second base. So it's second and third with 2 outs for Anthony Seals, who was sacrificed and got a big hit, knocking in a run. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI. High for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. So I was talking about DiFilippo would get into the 5th inning. He may not. Popped up. Bobbled. Can't make the play. Hustling in. Out at the plate. Seals try to score. Or Driscoll try to score. They get one on the base hit by Shields. Driscoll went to third. He tried to score, and he gets thrown out. I think they're playing with Donnie to Donnie, I think. Close play at the plate. Good hustle by Driscoll trying to score. Would have made it interesting. So we played 4 complete. Wyoma 9, East Lynn 6. For the second inning in a row, Ben Patrick will lead off. They batted around in the 4th. They got 4. He started it with a walk. Hits it foul into those trees over the Wyoma dugout. Two quick strikes. We're in the top of the 5th. Everybody's had a bunch of base runners. This may be the longest game of the tournament. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Josh Donnie popped to short, singled and scored, struck out swinging. Down and in, it goes to the backstop for ball 1. He hasn't been going out and getting it. The first couple of games, he was really attacking the baseball out in front of the plate. His swing is a little bit late And he's been fouling balls off the opposite way. He hasn't been going out and getting the ball. And he does it again. Two the count to the Wyoma first baseman. High and away, and the count goes full. The payoff pitch. Missing for ball four. Donnie draws a walk. 5 walks given up by Pinehill. That's the third given up by Shields. Ryan DiFilippo grounded a short. Last 2 times up, he singled and scored. He'll get the pitch to the first hitter in the 6th inning, and then they'll have to bring somebody in. Up and away, 2-0. Missing for ball 3. That 4th inning when they scored 4, they got 1 on a walk, 1 on a hit batsman. Solid shot off the glove of the pitcher. Heading for third and getting there is Donnie. DiFilippo gets his 3rd hit. And it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out. And everybody on Pinehill is taking a knee as Joe Driscoll comes out and talks to his pitcher. Take a little walk around the mound. Seals is an outstanding competitor. He plays well. Told you, this week he's played short, he's pitched, played first, got some hits for him. We're in the top of the 5th. Wyoma led 5-0. Getting 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. Then in the bottom of the 3rd, Eastland erupted for 5 to tie the game up. Wyoma came right back and got 4 in the 4th. And we're going to get a pitching change, I believe. Riley Driscoll is going to be the new pitcher. And Anthony Shields will take another position at second base. Riley Driscoll is the new pitcher. So Shields goes an inning and 2/3. He gives up 4 runs. They were earned. 3 hits, walked 3. Struck out 2 and hit 2. Driscoll will try to keep it a 3-run game, but that's not going to be easy. 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Duvall, the hitter, in for a strike. He singled and scored, popped to second, got hit by a pitch and scored. He was part of that 4-run inning. Hit foul off the fence that protects the Wyoma dugout. Oh, 2 the count. That was missed high and tight, and it's 1-2. Call third strike. That's a big out. Two outs now. David Palmer walked and scored, struck out, walked, getting an RBI with the bases loaded, and scored. So he scored two and has got an RBI. Swing and a miss. Popped up behind second base. It drops for a base hit. Ramos got another RBI and another 2-out lightning for Wyoma. Tawny scores his second. First and second with 2 outs. That run is charged to Seals. Desmond has struck out, walked, got hit by a pitch for an RBI. So he's 0 for 1, but he's got an RBI. He's been on base twice. Down and away for a ball. Just that little pop by Palmer in no man's land behind second base. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. You don't have to crush it. You just have to find a spot. It goes to the backstop, nobody going anywhere. Swing and a miss for strike 3, so Driscoll almost bails him out. That little pop by Palmer got them another run. And they pushed the lead back to 4 as they into double digits. And once again, the walk hurts. The walk comes around to score.
Pinehill's number 21, Riley Driscoll, through 11 pitches, 1-1.
Four of the 5 walks issued by Pinehill have scored. One of the hit batsmen has scored, and one of the hit batsmen forced in a run. So Pine Hill has been gracious guest here at their home park. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Pine Hill. And DiFilippo will pitch probably to the first hitter only, and he'll have to make a pitching change. "85 pitches is maximum. He's at 81. So Wyoma got shocked a little bit. They were leading 5-0, coasting, and his pitch count was down, and all of a sudden Pinehill bats around in the third inning, scores 5, ties it up, pushes his pitch count up. But then Wyoma came right back, got 4 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th to get the lead back to 4 after Pinehill got 1 back in the bottom of the 4th. And that's where we are, 10-6, as we start the bottom of the 5th. Dylan Barrett has struck out reached in the fielder's choice and scored. In for a strike. Hit the second. Nice play by Ben Patrick, the second baseman, over to Donnie. One up, one down. Barrett hit it right on the nose, but hit it right at the second baseman who made the play. Elijah Moran is back in the game. One ball, one strike. Low for a ball, 2-1. Low again. There have been some close plays, and they just opted not to have two umpires. I don't know why. In for a strike, the count goes full. I think this is the first City Series I've seen where they haven't had two umpires. And that's ball 4. So Moran draws a walk, and that'll be it for DiFilippo. It's his 4th walk given up. So he goes 4 1/3. 6 runs. 8 hits. 3 walks. Struck out 6. And he's on the upside of a win if Wyoma can hold on here. And Wyoma was trying to hold on to get a second shot at East Lynn, who knocked him off.
On the mound for Wyoma will be number 5, Devin Duval.
Duval will be the new pitcher. We're going to have a left-handed shortstop. Josh Donnie is going to go to shortstop, and DiFilippo is going to go to first base. You don't see many. He was a left-handed catcher, which you don't see very often, and then now he's a left-handed shortstop that you don't see hardly at all. So Duval will try to close it out for Wyoma. Looking to go an inning and 2/3. (10-6) the score. East Lynn sitting in the wings, resting, taking it easy, knowing that they have to be beaten twice. They're hoping that they can win it. They will host the 2020 City Series. So Gilbert steps in. He has struck out, singled in a run. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Hit foul to the backstop. Hit foul again. That was almost by him. He hit that one over the Pinehill dugout. Two quick strikes. Solid shot into left center field for a base hit. They hold him at third as Gilbert gets his second hit. They were waving the runner home, Moran, but you really don't want to take any chances because you're down 4, you're not down 1. The throw did come to third base. He probably could have scored, but it's nice to know that after the play. Solid shot by Jake Gilbert. And we've had a few of those extra base hits. In for strike 1-1. David Perez singled and was called out on strikes. Hit to the mound. He almost threw it away. DiFilippo made a nice play. Went up and got off the bag, picked it, and then made the play at first base. They almost threw it away. The run scores.
Now batting for Pinehill, number 9, Jake Hall.
Two away. They threw that wide, almost in the first base coach's box. DiFilippo did a nice job. He went off the bag, picked it, and got back and tagged the bag before the runner got there for the second out.
Kevin, you got this, kid. Take your time.
Shea Paul's the hitter. He's been up once and struck out. Tries to bunt, fouls it off. His strike zone for Duvall is about a postage stamp. I don't think he's 4 feet tall. Swing and a miss. The runner takes off and he scores. Jake Gilbert. He took off when they threw the ball back to the mound, and he steals home. The throw got away, but he stole home anyway. So they make it 10-8. They get out of the inning with a strikeout. We've completed 5. Wyoma trying to hold on. Pinehill trying to come back. It's Wyoma 10, Pinehill 8. Colin Newhall leads it off. He's been big for Wyoma. He got a big 2-out hit in the third inning, knocking in 2. And then he come up in the fourth inning with the bases loaded and got another base hit and knocked in 2 more. So he's knocked in 4 runs. He's 2 for 3. Riley Driscoll will start an inning for the first time, coming in relief, the third pitcher for Pinehill. Chopped at that one and was over his head. Has 1 ball and 1 strike. Thought about it. That pitch was way over his head. Just held up. Started to pull the trigger. They love that high pitch. Slapped into left field for a base hit. Newhall's got his third hit.
Now batting number 3, Sam.
Sam Phelps got a big 2-out hit in the second to get Wyoma on the board, starting their offense. Scored a run in that second inning. He got a base hit in the third inning. And he reached an fielder's choice. He's been on base 3 times. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. High for a ball, 1-1. He's the left fielder tonight. He was the shortstop previously in games. Down and away for a ball. Starting to get a little dark here at Gallagher Park. There's no lights here. It's been a long game. All kinds of base runners. 18 runs. And we're almost looking for more. Takes the pitch high. He's on base for the 4th time. 2 on, nobody out for Kyle Donnie.
Batting for Wyoma, number 4, Kyle Jones.
Donnie is grounded out. Got an RBI double in the second. Hit a shot that should have been a base hit, and the pitcher, Anthony Shields, picked it on the mound and threw him out. And last time up, he flied out to fairly deep right field. Hit to the shortstop. They were looking for a double play. They don't get it. One away for Ben Patrick. Doubled, bounced to the pitcher, walked and scored, struck out. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. They get the force at second. He bobbled it, knocked it down, and they stayed with it. So 1st and 3rd, 2 outs for Josh Donnie. Popped up, singled and scored, struck out, walked and scored. That's one of those plays. Pinehill was out questioning the call, but it's only one umpire. They're going to walk Donnie intentionally, and that will load the bases for Dylan DiFilippo. He grounded out. He singled his last 3 times. Scored twice. Swing and a miss. He's up against Driscoll for the first time. Up and away for a ball. So they walked Donnie intentionally to load the bases. Hit foul, and it's 1-2. Riley Driscoll trying to keep it a 2-run game, give Pinehill a shot in the bottom of the 6th. DiFilippo trying to increase the lead. Hit foul again, out of play. Down the way, we got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wyoma leading by 2 here in the top of the 6th. Little late swing, got a piece and fouled it off. He's looking for his 4th straight hit after grounding out the first time. Hit in the air to left field. By the left field to the fence. They're sending everybody. The throw to the plate won't be in time. Fourth straight hit for DiFilippo. He gets a double, clears the bases. 3 RBI. Four straight hits for DiFilippo. Clears the bases. And way back when, Wyoma had a 5-0 lead. They tagged the runner going to third. Nice play by Gilbert. But way back when, after going into the bottom of the third, Wyoma had a 5-run cushion. Now they have it back with another big 3-run inning off the 3-run double by DiFilippo. And it's 13-8 going into the bottom of the 6th. So Pinehill took a shot with Josh Donnie up, second and third, 2 outs. They opted to walk him intentionally. And Dylan DiFilippo made them pay. He went the opposite way. Left field, the left-hand hitter, went the opposite way, hit it in the gap for a 3-run double. And walking Donnie intentionally didn't pay off because it cost him 3 runs. So instead of being down 2, they're down 5. Waved at that pitch that almost bounced in front of home plate. 1-2. This is Riley Driscoll, who has walked and scored and grounded a shot. And he waves at the low pitch again for strike 3. DiFilippo went into the one hitter into the 5th inning. Duvall has taken over. He's given up a couple of runs, but that's his second strikeout. Bounces that one. Ryan Emerald, the shortstop, struck out, popped to first, walked and scored. There's been a few walks and a few hit batsmen. Lined into center field for a base hit. Emerald's on for the second time. Jaden Driscoll is perfect. He singled in a run and scored, singled and scored. He's 3 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. A little more than half the offense. Pop foul back and out of play. And he's done a nice job behind the plate too. Bounced. Emerald thought about it, didn't bother going. You don't want to go. Donnie, the catcher, has got a rocket for an arm. For a 12-year-old kid, he puts the ball down to second base very quickly. He's already thrown out one trying to steal. Drilled. Newhall making a great play. They almost double the runner off at first base. What a great play. He made a great play before in right field. Now he comes sliding in and takes, Driscoll would have had 4 for 4. He lines out to the center fielder. A great play by Newhall. Just came running in. Stuck out the glove on his left side, sliding, and made a terrific defensive play for the second out. You see, he was sacrificed. Got a base hit his last 2 times up. Pops it up. Flies out to right field, and that's going to do it. So we're going to have a new city champion because the defending champs, Pinehill, are defeated. So it'll be Wyoma taking on East Lynn, looking to avenge the loss to East Lynn, but they have to do it twice because East Lynn is undefeated. So it'll be Wyoma and East Lynn in the city tournament championship. For Pinehill, Amaral was on base twice, a hit and a walk, scored a run. Jaden Driscoll was 3 for 3, knocked in a run, scored 2, and that line shot cost him. Newhall made a terrific play in center field to take the 4th hit away from him. Shields had a sacrifice. He got 2 base hits, knocked in a run. Dylan Barrett scored a run. Izzy Pierre Saint in that big 5-run inning had an RBI double and scored a run. And then Moran drew a walk and scored a run. Jake Gilbert had a single, a double, knocked in a run, scored a run, and played outstanding at third base. David Perez had a base hit and bounced out to the pitcher, getting an RBI. Frank Milithello drew a walk and scored a run, and Riley Driscoll had a walk and scored a run. For Wyoma, Kyle Donnie had a double for an RBI. Ben Patrick had a double, a walk, reached on a force out. He was on base 3 times, scored twice. Josh Donnie had a single, 2 walks, scored 3 times. Dylan DiFilippo had 4 straight hits after he grounded out the first time. He scored twice and had the big bases-loaded triple, knocking in 3 to put the game out of reach in the 6th inning. Devin Duvall had a base hit, got hit by a pitch, scored 2, and finished up the game on the mound nicely. David Palmer had a walk and scored, had a walk with the bases loaded for an RBI and scored, and got a base hit for an RBI. So he had 2 RBI and scored 2. Jake Desmond had a walk and a hit batsman. The hit batsman got an RBI. Colin Newhall was outstanding. He had 3 base hits. 2 of them knocked in 2 runs. He had 4 RBI with his 3 base hits. He scored a run to account for 5 runs and made that great play in center field. Sam Phelps had 2 base hits, a walk, was on base 4 times, scored a run, got an RBI, and we had an offensive barrage in this one. 21 runs scored, 13 of them by Wyoma as they knock off Pinehill. Pinehill got close, 10-8 with an inning left, but then they opted to put Josh Donnie on intentionally, and it cost them because DiFilippo got the big double, knocking in 3 runs that extended it, made it too much for Pinehill to come back. So 13-8, Wyoma wins it. We're down to 2. It'll be Wyoma and East Lynn. And Wyoma has to beat them twice, but they get a chance. East Lynn beat them with a 3-run 6th inning, 3-2. Wyoma will get a chance at the Apple one more time as they'll take on East Lynn in what could be the final if East Lynn wins, or pushing it to win, if necessary, game if Wyoma wins. But we're down to 2 teams, and that's Wyoma and East Lynn, as Wyoma wins this one 13-8 over Pinehill. Pinehill had a great run trying to defend their championship, but they just come up short in an offensive barrage here at Gallagher, and it's 13-8. Wyoma wins it. Dylan DiFilippo with 4 big base hits. Colin Newhall with 3 big base hits and a big defensive play leading the way. And it will be Wyoma and East Lynn in the last 2 teams remaining in the City Series tournament. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.